How you going? It's Ruben again from buildingmuscleworldwide.com. Today we're going to be discussing training frequency, and in particular, how many times per week, per 7-day period, you should be training a specific body part. Now, when we're discussing a workout, to help answer this, I'm going to break it down into two sections, right? Number one, the workout, and number two, post-workout. Now with the workout, you need to consider one of the main factors is actually your exercise intensity. Exercise intensity is basically measured in three ways. The first way is load, your load intensity, how much you're lifting, how much resistance is actually against you when you're training. The second way is effort, how much effort is going into complete the exercise. And the third way is time under tension. That's very specific for a certain body part. Alright, today, just to keep it nice and quick, I'm going to give you an example of the workout for the chest. Alright, just very simple, a push-up test. How many push-ups you can do in a 2-minute period. Come down here with me now and I'll give you the finer details of technique. Okay, this is your standard push-up position. It's actually the most effective position you can have. Push-up position. Ready to go. Okay, now that we've basically got our positions down pat, we've spread our body as wide as possible, right? We're putting all our pressure in 4 points on the ground. Right hand, left foot, and right foot. We're not narrow, okay? And we're not overly wide. We're halfway in between. This is correct technique. Ready? Like that. Now if you notice my elbows, okay, they're not spraying inward like this, that's triceps. They're spraying outward and not completely either. Like again, there's outward, elbows inward. We're spraying halfway so it's comfortable, okay? With locking your elbows, it's a very hotly discussed topic basically when doing push-ups. Myself, I got taught to lock elbows out. That was the correct push-up. Back in the army, that's how we used to do it. Okay? Yourself, you can do it either way. It really doesn't cause any damage locking your elbows out. The reason is, the only resistance you've got is your body weight. You're not doing a standard bench press where you've got gravity working against you in the same weight. All you've got is your body weight. Alright, so it really isn't going to damage your elbow joints or anything like that. Lock out or come slightly close to lock out. Like this. It's up to yourself, especially in a push-up test. So there's an example of taking your muscles to failure. There's 115 push-ups in 2 minutes. Now that push-up test just then was an example of muscular stimulation. This is necessary in any effective muscle building workout. Okay. Now the process that my fibres inside of my chest and my deltoid just went through was something called micro tearing. Okay. First, the actual fibres are recruited to be able to put up with the effort during the exercise, and after they're recruited, they're fatigued to a point of failure. That's what happened at the end of the workout just then, the end of the push-up test. What happens next inside your muscle is the systematic process of protein synthesis. Alright, quite simple. Really it isn't quite simple, but it's very simple to explain. Protein synthesis is the process which happens inside of your muscular fibres, alright, when they're microtorn or they're damaged, alright, and then they're repaired. It's that repair process. That's what protein synthesis is. Alright, scientific research proves that protein synthesis needs a minimum of 48 hours after a workout to actually do its job. Alright, what happens is your amino acids are actually triggered inside of your body to come down to your microfibers, do their job and do the repair job. After they're finished, your microfibers are then stronger, faster and larger than they were before. Okay, now that you know about protein synthesis, I want to basically discuss another process that occurs after an intense weightlifting session. Alright, you probably all know the feeling of soreness and muscular fatigue after a workout, right? Normally occurs, within about 1 day and sometimes lasting up to 5 to 7 days after. That's actually called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. I want to clarify something for you right now, right? DOMS and protein synthesis are not related, right? DOMS has nothing to do with muscular rehabilitation and repair, while protein synthesis does. DOMS is actually a physical process inside of a muscle fibre. Right, I want to explain that for you now. Muscle fibres are in little compartments, alright? Just imagine a little compartment like this and your muscle fibre in there. It's microscopic stuff. This is a large example obviously. Right, inside of that compartment, once the muscle fibre has been strained and stressed and micro-torn, right, the process of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, is that compartment has been swollen, right? The fibre swells inside of the compartment. That causes excess pressure on the nerves and arteries inside of your muscles, producing pain. That's what the pain you're feeling actually is. It's a swollen muscle fibre inside of this compartment. Okay, I do a leg workout, which you might have seen on my website, that causes me actually DOMS and muscle soreness every single time I do it, no matter what. In fact, the first time I did it, I had DOMS in my legs, 8 days after I actually did the workout. I know people that it's lasted even longer. It's pretty crazy. Right, does that mean that within that time I've got the DOMS for 8 days that I can't retrain the same muscle group that would damage it? The answer is no, basically, not necessarily, alright? Like I said, there is actually no relationship between DOMS and protein synthesis, alright? What you need to account for is the protein synthesis. Like I said, the research proves the protein synthesis needs a minimum of 48 hours after a workout to complete. Alright, that means do not retrain the same muscle group at any time within 48 hours, okay? If you found yourself that it was a very high intensity workout, I always increase that by another 24 hours to 72 hours. So I don't retrain the same muscle group within 3 days, alright? So to wrap things up, never train the same body part within 48 hours, okay? The most ideal time to retrain a body part is a full 72 hours after you've trained it. So allow 3 days of full rest, recovery and restructuring of the muscle fibers before you retrain it. If you're the type of person that likes to train a body part once a week, that's okay too, because you're allowing yourself to increase your actual intensity within a workout and give yourself almost 5-6 full days of recovery and restructuring to the muscle fibre after it. So that's perfectly fine as well. Now for those of you who haven't already, get on my website there, buildingmuscleworldwide.com, and sign up to my free email training. But I send emails every single Monday to anybody interested with workouts, meal plans, whatever's necessary to build a body far beyond the ordinary. That's what I'm all about. I use my years of training experience to help you. But I'm always there, I'm an email away, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks a lot. See you later.